People keep telling me I shouldn't be making videos about Twitter because Twitter isn't the real world and Twitter isn't important. Well, they're half right. Twitter isn't the real world is where common sense goes to die, or it used to be, until Elon Musk took over and free speech now reigns. However, it is important because important people are on there, and when they're on there, they show you who they really are. And not just important people, normal, the average Joe on the street. Everyone has an audience to pander to, if you're left or right, or if you have an interest. Take Scottish National Party and member of the Scottish Parliament, Karen Adam, for example. Now recently someone pranked her by using her email address to book her in for a bikini wax. So where's the harm in that? It's an innocent prank. I'd piss myself if that happened to me. And it's all a big, absolutely nothing burger. However, being a member of the Scottish National Party, Karen Adam has no sense of humour and took it really seriously. So seriously, in fact, that she reported it to the police. As if the police don't have more pressing issues to deal with, like arresting female Christians praying silently in their heads on the street. Yes, I know, it's preposterous, isn't it? But I've done that video. And no doubt I will make plenty more videos on the police's woke behaviour, because they simply can't help themselves now. So anyway, Karen Adam took exception to someone pranking her and using her email address to book it in for a bikini wax session. However, what she is comfortable with are violent male sexual predators sharing prison accommodation and spaces with women. Yes, she is one of the SNP members who voted in the ridiculous and dangerous self-ID laws in Scotland a few weeks ago. A move, by the way, that was deeply unpopular with the Scottish people. Now, I know I've said in the past that polls can't really be depended on. For example, polls suggested that Donald Trump wasn't going to win the 2016 general election in the US, and polls suggested we were never going to leave the EU. However, these are polls conducted by pro-SNP newspapers and media up in Scotland, and they suggest that overwhelmingly the majority of Scottish people asked were against them, were against the self-ID gender laws. But the SNP, they're not really into listening to their own voters, are they, or to the people of Scotland. They've got a history of ignoring the Scottish people. After all, the people of Scotland voted to stay in the United Kingdom less than 10 years ago, and yet they're still pushing for an independence referendum in a move to clearly show you that they don't care. And this is the party, of course, that brought in the hate speech laws, which effectively took away the rights to free speech of every Scottish person. Because anything you say can be deemed offensive, which makes you then liable for prosecution, 7 years imprisonment maximum, and a huge fine. So as you can see, the proof is in the pudding. The Scottish National Party, an insanely left-wing extremist political group. And so back to Karen Adam. Remember, she was uncomfortable with someone using her email address to book her in for a bikini wax as a prank. So she reported it to the police, yet had no qualms putting Scottish women and girls' lives in danger by voting in the ludicrous gender ID laws. And so this tweet surfaced. It's from a year ago. And again, this is why I say that Twitter is important, because people show you who they really are on there. And in this tweet, as you can read it, Karen Adam seeks to normalise paedophilia. In it she says, and I quote, "Paedophiles and predators are people, not bogeymen under the bed, not Mac-wearing flashers in the street, faceless and nameless. They are our family, friends and colleagues. They are not scary monsters. They are people who abuse. It's uncomfortable to humanise them because," and there's another thread to this, but that thread has now been deleted. Now, that tweet speaks for itself, and it says a great deal about Karen Adam and the party she represents, the Scottish National Party, because they're insane. Because paedophiles are predators, they are the bogeymen under the bed, and they really are scary monsters. Paedophiles ruin lives. Paedophiles cause suicides years later. when their victims just can't get through life because of what happened to them, because of what paedophiles did to them. And for people like Karen Adam, in a position she is in, representing the people, governing the people in Scotland, to tweet something like this is just a disgrace. And I do believe the Scottish National Party are indeed out to get Scottish kids. And I pray that the good people of Scotland have the sense to vote wee Jimmy Cranky, Nicola Sturgeon and her insane lefty extremist party out of office before they do more harm. And that's what they're doing. They're doing harm to Scotland because they're not putting the Scottish people first. They are pandering to minority groups, and they are hell-bent on breaking up the United Kingdom and making Scotland join the EU. That's what they're spending Scottish taxpayers' money on, and British taxpayers' money on as a whole, because the whole of Britain subsidises Scotland to the tune of billions every year, and this is what we get for it. What an absolutely out-of-touch, horrendous extremist this Karen Adam is, and her party. Now, I'm all for political parties here in the United Kingdom representing different parts of the political spectrum, but the SNP take the biscuit and are literally cancer on the face of Scotland. That's what I think. That's my video. Let me know what you think in the comments. And until the next time, take care of yourselves and Roger Trout.